Dance Pad %. So if you'd like to introduce yourself and let us know when you're ready for a countdown.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, we'll see how this goes. So yeah, I am Fo, or Fozon on Twitter, on Twitch even, with 2 N's. And this is Sonic 1 again, but with a slightly different controller setup. And I'll just try and get it started, because the first 2 levels aren't too bad, but I could easily game over this. Just as a disclaimer, might have to use level select, because I'm still doing really silly things. But I'll get into it. So I'll count down, yeah?
Okay.
All right. Let's start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Good luck.
Okay. So this game was slightly better to map for the dance pad than I thought, because there's not very many controls. You just hold right and jump, as Sonic games tend to go. The trouble comes when you need to hold right or left and also jumping, because then you don't have 3 feet, like you might have 3 fingers. So you can get a 25 on level 1, which is the IL normal for just any controller. And let's see if we can get even faster than that on level 2. So I didn't have much planned to commentate over this run, I'm afraid, because I'm concentrating slightly more than usual, you might imagine. But
that's why you gave us mics.
Thank you very much. If anyone can jump in if they want to explain something they see on screen that they think I might have missed. I'm glad I didn't hit those spikes. That happens a lot. That was too early. Oh no, I made it. Okay. I don't want to use my speed shooter.
So he already pointed out that when playing this using a standard controller, you have enough fingers, you have enough buttons to press. Dance Pad, slightly more of a workout, slightly less buttons to be able to press. So right now, these stages are just kind of showing you basic movement, basic fundamentals, and finishing the stage. The interesting stuff is going to come in when he does the level zips and the wraps in Marble and onwards that require pixel precision.
Yes, because we are giving those a go.
Yeah, I don't know why. He's a madman.
Well, I'll tell you why. I never learned how to play Marble Zone normally, and playing it normally on this would probably take longer than going for this a few times. So. Oh, talking of going for things, I'm not going to be able to do the top route on this level, unfortunately. I've given it a lot of goes.
Give it a go.
I'll give it a go until it fails, because sometimes you get faster going up there anyway. Oh, I already overshot the spring. Okay. Okay, we're up there. No. I'm ready for it.
There you go.
That's off a couple of things. Now we're on the bottom route.
Yeah, so when you're playing these stages, the top route is when you can bounce off a number of objects and enemies just to get straight over to the boss area.
So.
Unfortunately, it requires a lot of like left-right tweaking, and to do that on a dance pad, it's kind of harder.
I really wanted that invulnerability. Yeah. Sorry.
No, go for it.
Just reminding myself of things I need to do that are different to playing the game normally.
There you go.
That's the first boss. Easier with invulnerability. And we hit the capsule? Yeah, okay.
So why dance pad %?
Well, I had the dance pad lying around, and I got the world record in this game. So, what next, you know?
Fair enough.
No,
method.
I've definitely been told multiple people, because I've shown it playing other stuff at various points. Multiple people have said, oh, imagine if you did Sonic on this. And I'm like, oh, I have to do it now.
And just how much of a physical workout really is this?
It's not terrible. It's not that bad, honestly. If I had like some more complicated game where I'd require like 2 dance pads, like actually an arcade setup, so you have a doubles setup. Maybe if I was doing a game with spin dashing or something, then it would be harder to like quickly do 3 taps for spin dashing and stuff like that. So here's our first pixel perfect thing that I'm trying to do. And we're also trying to pause on specific frames. This is good so far. That's also good. And we need to unpause and jump like 3 frames after this, so. Oh, we didn't go through the wall. So we're going through the wall a different way with the backup. That one's very hard to do even without the dance pad.
Yeah, so these are like frame perfect alignments that he's trying to do here. So it's ever so slight taps.
So this one's especially dangerous because if I hold left for more than 2 frames, I get stuck in the wall. So I have to make my left key, especially.
Just casually.
Especially.
I need to go see my pixel there. Thank you.
Subpixels as well in this one.
Yeah,
Not that you can see those, but
you can't do anything about those.
you know how many kind of taps across on a pixel you need.
Tippy tap.
Okay.
Taps on here.
So yeah, as I was saying before, if I played this level normally, it would probably take me longer than this anyway. So I should be able to get this.
Yeah, the level's about
I left
150,
it
2
too late.
minutes-ish.
Don't tell them that. It won't go over. Oh my god, get on the pixel. No. All right. I should use the big screen for that one.
Stay
That's how
on
far
the dance pad.
Hey!
Hey. Nicely done.
Oh, don't crush me.
Don't get crushed. Oh, why?
I was fine if the bat didn't hit me.
It's all right. It's not live. We can cut that out of the recording.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Do it again.
Do it again? Oh, I do the harder one instead, yeah. Might even get first cycle this time. Oh, not
Yeah,
quite.
as much as we're joking around here, like the stuff that we're pulling off here is ridiculously precise and hard, even just on a standard controller. So being able to pull this off on a dance pad is massively impressive. So again, line up. Good start.
Nah, too
now
late.
coming out of the wall.
So I only want to hold left for 2 frames or 1 frame there. So I probably can't tap the button that amount. So what I need to do is hold it and unpause and then let go of it straight after unpausing. Like that. That's too slow. I held it for too many frames. Damn, we made it through here as well. We still have 2 more marble zones to go.
Marvelous. No, I'm not.
I know
sorry.
this one better as the platform comes back up, so I'm going to wait for it just to be safe. Oh. So yeah, this one is, you have to be 3 pixels from the left of this platform here. You have to wait till the platform is exactly correct in its vertical rising position as well. And then you have to hold left only for 2 frames.
Hey,
I'm not going to go. Oh yeah.
Wait.
Let me go here. If I fall down here, that's a death plane underneath as well, because we did that glitch. Okay, we made it.
Nicely done. That's super
Come on.
impressive. Well done, Paul.
And I'm sweating loads already. So let's do it again 2 more times on the next 2 levels. This one's normally kind of the one you would learn first as a beginner of this game for glitches. Unfortunately, I find it one of the harder ones to do on dance pad, so it's kind of embarrassing. Let's not die to that guy. Again, it's to do with these rising platforms like Marble Zone tends to have. I need to be on the last pixel of this, which is not there, it's there. There we go. And then all I need to do is... Oh, that was slightly too early on the vertical position of the platform. So here it's jump the frame after. Hey!
Very good.
I expected to die on that one many more times. And then we hit the signpost. Yeah, the trouble with having only 1 jump button instead of 3 jump buttons like you would on a Genesis controller is that you can only press it on 1 of the frames instead of 3 of the frames, one after the other. So that's making everything 3 times as hard, basically. All right. So we do that one more time, and they're not all the same. This one has a different amount of time between pressing left and jumping. I think it's 3 frames, maybe it's 2 frames, I don't know. Oh. So I think I was slightly too late, because you have to, that platform I was trying to get under has to be right at the peak of its height. So, I did warn you.
No, you're all good.
We're on our last life. And then I'm level selecting.
That's what level select's for.
But yeah, I'll go straight back to where we got to, if needed. Not giving up already on this one. Get in there.
Nah.
Okay. I'm just gonna, well, I guess I can level select on the dance mat. See if I can do that.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to know the level select code. then you'll just have to watch my feet very carefully.
Hey! Little the level select boogie.
All right. We get 3 more tries. And if I don't do it in all of these, I'll go to the next one. Hey, immediately.
Hey! First time.
But it's not over yet because this is the 3rd level in the zone.
Which means we're now going to a boss with no rings.
With no
So
rings, yeah.
1 hit and back to the start. Let's hope this goes well. So 2, then 3.
I'm not going for 3.
Now for 3. Yeah, playing it safe. Smart.
I'll go for 3 here. Oh, maybe not.
Nope. Okay. Bye.
It's fine. It's fine.
There you go.
All right.
Nicely done. Well played.
Can we hit the capsule? Hey. Surprisingly difficult. Occasionally. Yeah.
So the next stage is Spring Yard. Is it a bit of a reprieve compared to Marble, or is it going to be harder
No.
for you?
So there aren't any glitches that you can see me actually wrapping around the level, but every jump in Spring Yard is like within a 2-frame window anyway, so.
So they're still tight jumps together then.
Yeah. Make it up there, please. Okay. Oh, okay, we landed in between the boxes, so we didn't bounce, but whatever. That works. And this is a tight jump. Oh, that's really bad.
Oh, no jump.
Oh, this is terrible. I hate being down here.
Bottom right. No.
We got it. No, I'm not even going the bottom route. Not worth it.
Nice. Literal backup strats where you go back up.
Yeah. Okay, we should be over. There we go. But now I don't have the speed shoes, unfortunately, which would allow me to finish this level in a way swaggy fashion, but oh well. Make it.
Yeah, in Sonic games, we refer to the top route in most of the games as the quicker routes, just because that's how the game was intended to be played.
Hey.
Most lower routes tend to have things like platform cycles or objects that get in your way just to slow you down. Oh.
Gotta fit in this wall.
So back to the ring box and try and jump in.
I'd say the hardest part about controlling this, the hardest difference, is not pressing a button at the right time, but releasing a button at the right time is really difficult. So when you're especially trying to maybe drift slightly further over right, or maybe stop drifting right for a little, getting into alcoves like that. That's the hard part, deceptively, so. Oh, I think we're not going to down the crab. Just about.
Hey.
And make it
Another
through
the
that.
spiky boys.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So let's see what cycle these things are on. Oh, that one. And this is a tight jump, which I jumped too late on. Just gets us over this pit straight away instead of having to do this. There we go. And, hey, got the fastest one through there. So yeah, all of those jumps like that one are like 2-frame windows or 3-frame windows. So. That's the difficulty. Oh, don't pause the game by accident. That's the difficulty of Spring Yard Zone. Until we get to this one. Now I have got fast cycle before on a dance mat once, so we'll see. Okay, that's fine. That's kind of random whether it hits you or not. Ah. So if you get up there, you can do a couple more jumps to clip up into this section early. So here's the big glitch of Spring Yard Zone. This pushes you into the ceiling if you're crouching. And then we want to try to carefully stay out of bounds. This is where I really hope my arrow buttons don't malfunction, because if I'm moving while I jump, then it pushes me back out the top. We want to be on this specific frame, and then we want to do that, only better. Oh. There we go.
Hey.
And that puts us out here, which is pretty near the end of the level. We just get to collect the speed shoes. Oh, jump, please.
Again, it's impressive watching you trying to get those like pixel perfect inputs, just the jump onto the 2 buttons simultaneously.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not jumping both of them at the same time. I'm jumping them one frame apart.
There's like one human frame.
Yeah. Let's not die to these staircases. They're a nightmare. Okay, there we go. As soon as you have the boss fight, can we do the boss fight quickly? Let's find out. That's pretty good. Not the fastest. Oh, they didn't hit. Have to wait for him to come down lower. One more.
Nicely done. Now the hardest part, dodging the only hole in the stage.
Oops, I didn't jump over it. You can't fall down the hole if you run across it.
Donation? You have time for donation?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, okay.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well. But go for it.
We've received a £15 donation from Nost.
Hey.
I'm going to sing. Dancing around at the speed of sound, got levels to beat, got to tap your feet quickly. This is awesome, foe. Here's a Sonic 1 full combo.
He's a poet and everything.
Best of luck for the run and sending love to the couch. Cheers. Thank you very much, Nost, for that donation.
By Sonic 1 full combo, do you mean I have to learn Sonic 06? Because I have the record in both Sonic 1's 16-bit and 8-bit, and that's the only other game called Sonic the Hedgehog, I think, as far as I know. So,
Have you tried Dance Pad on any other game?
I've tried it on the 8-bit version of this game, but it's slightly less impressive because it's more like Mario. You don't have as many like rolling and hill. Well, you don't have as many glitches wrapping around the level as well for a start. Actually, I'm not going to. I was about to do the normal strat on this platform, but I think I'll play it slightly safe because that is instant death if I get it wrong. So I'll just get over there without dying. Thank you very much. That's fine. I wanted to land on the switch before the fish got there. I've got that. Hey. Okay.
Nicely done.
Yeah, normally it's the 50 of shame if you're playing it without dance mat, but I guess the minute of shame is good for this one.
Sub-minute, there's no shame.
Yeah, I'm saying I'll dodge the minute of shame.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see if we can get the glitch on this one. This one's much more dangerous than dance pad because normally the glitch is... Oh, tried to roll. Normally the glitch is fairly easy to set up if you can control Sonic properly. But I just want to keep a ring here just in case because these spike balls that come around in the next section. God. Anyway, the glitch coming out. Normally it's easy to kind of jump on the other side of this button where you're not supposed to be before you've hit it. And then that allows you to run onto the opening door that pushes you into the wall. But getting onto the other side of the button is actually a fairly tight movement if you think about when to let go of left and right, which is the difficulty here. So, see if we can get it in this way. We did not, so I have to try and get it this way. There we go, that's good. That was the hard part. Then we just get on here. And,
hey, easy every time.
Time burst, okay.
Very nice.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to duck out a little bit, but good luck with the rest of the run. Going to hand you over to Clever Pigeon, and you'll smash the rest of them, man. Go for it.
Thank you very much for being here. So Sonic 1 runners might know a particular glitch on this stage that's been recently done in real runs.
Right, what I forgot to tell you is that I'm on the panel as well, so I'll have to duck out as well. Sorry about that. If he wants to stay on this couch, though, pretty nice one.
Anyway, I'm going to give this ridiculously hard thing one try. I've never got it before on dance pad, but it's funny that the chance exists. We're up there. No, never mind. I'm not giving it any more tries. See you guys. Okay, I want a ring.
How specific is that? Because I think earlier you were saying it was 3 frame perfect.
So yeah, there's about 3 frame perfect inputs, but not only that, it's you just have a 50-50 chance for your subpixels to be randomly in the right range. So it's only, let me just start this level again, I guess. So it's only literally 50-50 if you do everything frame perfectly. But yeah, it's good to watch the world record run if you want to see this level wrapped because that's the hardest thing to do in the game. only like the top 3 runners have done it. All right, so now I won't mess around with that anymore, because the reason I wanted to get rings back there, which is why I was trying to go up to that top path, difficult jump to get some rings, is because you don't get any other rings in the rest of the level, and there's no checkpoints. So dying later on the level would lose like an entire minute as opposed to like almost a minute that I lost there, but oh well. All right, I'm going to wait for a safety bubble here that I wouldn't normally because of dance pad reasons. All right. Navigate through the rapids. And then we have the climb, which is the scariest part. The climb up to the kind of boss fight. I'll get one more safety bubble here. I could probably just about get out of the water on that timer, but just to be safe. Oh. Get me up there. Yeah, as you can see, water levels have a lot of just really slow motion but still precise jumps, and that's makes it look worse when I fail things, so I'll try and get through the level as fast as possible. Also, if you can beat the water up here, hopefully, so it doesn't have to become even worse. Right. And then one more safety thing at the top of this climb. There's one extra shield. So, here's the hard part. Oh my god. So I actually got the first jump there to almost beat Robotnik up the stairs, which it is possible to overtake him at the start there, but it's really tight to get. I wasn't expecting to get it, so I can carry on with the rest of it, and your jumps need to be like perfect after that, so that's the worst place to fall. If you fall in that column, you go all the way down. I will get that ring, thank you very much. So we might run out of air before we get to the top here, and then if that's the case, I'm selecting to this next level, because this level's too long with no checkpoints. Hang on. What am I being told? Couch, help me out there. That's fine, don't worry about it.
Oh, that was way too close.
There we go.
Well done.
Scary level. Got through it eventually.
That seemed way too close right there.
Because what would you say is your favourite skip to do when you're using your DDR?
Probably Starlight 2, which is coming up. Good time to mention it. Starlight 1, I'm going to give this one go, because this one has a level up as well. But it's like sub-pixel dependent, so I'm only going to go for it once and then play the level normally. See if I can still get in there. Okay, when I said once, I actually wanted an attempt at it, so I'm doing it one more time. So we need these stairs to be up in their starting position to be able to get in the right place. We're one pixel too far to the left. All right, how do you play this level normally? I'm too used to skipping it. Shouldn't roll off that spring straight away. Let's just get iframes to kill this guy so we get him out of the way to go on the top route. But yeah, having to do this level normally is probably shorter than it would take me to try that glitch over and over again. So even despite me not knowing it, because I'm so used to skipping the level. Okay, that's not too bad. And it's not that long of a level. Get up there. The sensitivity of the dance pad is also like a massively important thing. Like, I've had to jiggle these about loads to try and get like the left button to just be able to be tapped, so like just with my toe and all that. But, I would wish my jump button to be more sensitive right now, but I won't bust out the Phillips screwdriver and start going at it yet. So here we go with this one. Already on the floor, that's a good start. And then there's some frame perfect positions to pause on, so here we go. That's the first one. That's the second one. Now I need to jump after unpausing. Jump 2 frames after unpausing instead of 1. We have an extra life, I'll give it one more go. I collected a ring. I don't want your ring. I want to start the level again, because you can't get back over to try it again because there's a fan that pushes you on. Well, we got everything right apart from the last jump. I was 1 frame out. And that's how Sonic 1 tends to be. If you do everything perfectly. Well, there we go. I also really don't want to go too far here. There we go, because then you get out of this state where you're zipping along the floor. Okay, there we go. Hey!
Wow. Well done.
There we go.
It's incredibly impressive to see this done, you know, on a normal controller, let alone a dance pad. I feel like I want to see more speedruns on dance pads now.
Yeah. They are out there. There are people doing them. I'm only new to the scene. I know there's people been doing them for a while, but not this game as far as I know. So I'm the first one. So technically, whatever run I finish here is kind of a world record, although I've already been to level select, so it's kind of invalid. But we'll ignore that part. Okay, we want to fall in the right place here. Just about good enough. Yeah, there we go. So jumping off these seesaws is really difficult because it's a frame-perfect jump if you want to get the high jump off of them. I'm going to go for this once. Oh, we're in there. How do you do this? Okay. No, one frame further left. One frame further right. So we've been one too soon, one too late. One too late again, damn. It was looking good for the third try. At least you get multiple tries at this one. But that's not the hardest part. The hardest part is it randomly deciding to let you through the level boundary or not. There we go. Right, so if we jump on the right frame, which I did not, I needed to jump one frame after unpausing, not two. And it just goes to show how literally frame perfect it has to be. Then you can fly all the way to the left of the level and go through the left side level boundary and do level rapid as well. But that one's pretty inconsistent. So I can't like guarantee that one. It really helps when people discover guaranteed setups which don't rely on like random sub-pixel luck. Actually want to go under that platform, thanks. Okay. And then we damage boost through here in the right angle, we get to go straight through. Yeah, there we go. And this boss fight I'm sure I will make a mess of, because again, jumping off these optimally involves one frame windows. So I'm just going to try and fight him slower by actually hitting them the intended way with these, or at least trying to. Oh, that was a one frame jump, but I wasn't underneath him, and that was another one. Awesome. Oh. So yeah, you're not supposed to really be able to hit him by jumping straight off the seesaws. Normally you have to wait for one of these to bounce you up, one of the mines. Well, there we go. Starlight Zone, which means we're on the final zone. I have no idea what the time is for this. I couldn't give an accurate estimate, but we're one zone away. So, of course, as per marathon safety regulations that I'll be ignoring, we're going to go for a trick which it can most likely soft lock the game. But, you know, it's how it goes in Sonic runs, to be honest. So all you do is crouch on this platform and it takes you into the wall. Then we line up against this wall on the inside, and then we... Oh, almost. Jump at the right time, we get really far over there. And we get through the second wall as well. Oh my god. Okay. Getting through that second wall is really inconsistent, really difficult. Okay. These platforms like to insta-kill you if you fall through them, so I won't do that. Just wait for the flame there. Oh, Scrap Brain 1, that went better than expected. Oh, okay. Scrap Brain 2 has the second really ridiculous level wrap, like 30-second time save. Oh, the Labyrinth 3 one would have been like a 45-second time save against playing the level normally, by the way. And this one also has a 30-second one, but it's like 4 frame perfect things in a row, so I'm going for it once. And we missed it. I can tell by what rings I pick up there at the start, because it has to be that specific of a jump. So instead we'll do the level this way. Too early. And clip into those red doors there, that's the plan. Which gets us halfway through the level, instead of wrapping around the entire level. So this particular setup here Hey, straight in there. Now we're halfway through the level. See if we can hit the bounce off this box. Nice. For these, it's faster to just get iframes and run through them than it is to wait for them. Oh, I got hit a second time though. I won't lie about that one. That was slow. Okay. And then after this, it's just Scrap Brain 3, which we should complete really quickly. The last glitch in the run, big glitch. So we're looking for like under 20 seconds of this level. That's the plan. For the next one, I mean. First a cutscene while we get tossed back down into the water levels, which we don't want to do, so we're just going to not go down into the water, and instead, when the next level loads, run straight up into the sky instead, because that makes sense. That's how Sonic 1 obviously was intended to be played. So we deload that platform and it reloads itself back in its completed position down here. But that makes it able to be despawned when we look up. So only use the up button on the dance pad. And if I keep it despawned by jumping immediately as I land there, then we get slope glitch up into the top of the level and can just zip straight to the loading zone in the final zone. So there we go. So I don't know if any Sonic runners are left here or if they went to the panel. But if you just hold right all the way into this boss fight, you get the same pattern every time. He always appears in the same order. Unfortunately, I can't remember what that number is, so I was going to ask if someone could tell me. Or I can just, do it by reaction like everyone else does.
Unfortunately, all the Sonic runners did leave earlier.
Yeah. Oh god. Ooh. Didn't get the hit. So what you really don't want to happen is the middle two come up, because then you have to choose one side or the other. Get the hit, please. There we go. You have to choose one side or the other, and it's a 50-50 chance whether you get the hit or not. Like you saw, I had to just survive there, so I missed the hit. Not same again. Oh, I can get the hit this time though, so I chose correctly. I think it's 8 hits. I never keep track. And then there's one very, very important final glitch at the end of the run, which doesn't affect the time whatsoever, but must be done for the sake of the run being legit. This boss fight is normally the easiest thing in the game when I'm playing it with any other controller, but I'm very worried about dying on it right now. That was very close. Okay. There we go, that's the last hit. So time is coming up when I stop moving on the far right of the platform, but first we've got to do a little decapitation, as it's called, and you'll see why. Decapitation, the time.
Well done.
Gee.
Would you like to know your time on that one?
I guess.
Got 32 minutes and 3 seconds.
Okay.
GG.
That was absolutely amazing. Can everybody give Fo a big round of applause?
Thank you, guys. Yep. This is very tiring stuff. I'm sorry, I thought I had a longer slot to fill because I swear I was taking longer than that, but cool. So thanks, guys, for sticking around. Sorry, Sonic runners had to leave. But,
Thank you very much indeed then, Fo, for that. That was Fo with Sonic 1 Dance Pad %. Again, big round of applause.
I'll go and have a rest.
That was a fantastic run. Thank you very much indeed, Fo. Really appreciated. So next up then, we have Rebel Dragon 95 with Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Final Mix, HD, Ventus Critical.
Oh, thanks for
So stick around for that. Also remember that we are doing this for special effect. So please kindly give whatever you can. Bits and subs, including your Twitch Prime subs, to our channel also count towards our total. We're going to take a quick break when we get the next one set up, and then we'll be back with Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep by Rebel Dragon 95.